Hello, I'm Bill McCabe, here today to speak about one of our hydronic heating boiler package systems. This package was produced for a high-end fashion goods retailer, served for space heating for all of their laboratories and testing facilities. Temperature control needs to be extremely precise, needs to have a wide range of heating capabilities. An obvious benefit to having everything on a SKID platform is that it's guaranteed to work. All the components have been installed properly and designed to work with one another. Equipped with Raypak's all-new Xvert outdoor-rated, fully condensing stainless steel fire tube boiler. This particular model is their smallest model, 856,000 BTU input, up to 96.2% thermal efficiency at full fire. Packaged with their cross-platform Versa IC control system. Very intelligent control system, glycol percentage, flow compensation, flue material compensation. Also cascadable, direct drivable by an external controller with full Modbus RTU communications. Taco's KV series close-coupled vertical inline variable speed primary pump that is coupled with this Danfoss FC102 VLT HVAC variable frequency drive. This drive requires a reference signal from a differential pressure transducer. An alternative option is the same drive equipped with Taco's self-sensing Pro Balance programming. Fully turnkey, you press auto, it's pre-programmed for the duty point from the factory, and it uses variances in system pressure detected on the motor windings to modulate the pump based off of a pre-programmed control curve. The benefits there are you don't need to field install and run wire to the drive from the pressure transducer. It elevates the turnkey out-of-the-box functionality that we offer in our package systems. This is our NEMA 4 UL508A listed single point connection power distribution panel, within which we have single point disconnect, power distribution block feeding our potted distribution isolation transformer for boiler power, our VFD for the primary pump. Isolation transformer has both primary and secondary overload protection in the form of these UL489 miniature circuit breakers. We also have protonode communications gateway, pre-wired, pre-programmed, communicating Modbus RTU to the boiler, outputting BACnet to the building management system. Our primary pump, custom per design duty point, paired with a Baldor super high efficiency motor. Equipped on our variable speed primary pump is a Miljoco 4-inch liquid filled pressure gauge. Serves to reference differential pressure across the pump so that you can assure the pump is performing where you want it to. Our Taco 4900 series air dirt separator. Not only does it remove all air from the system through an automatic air vent located at the top, it's got a steel cage filled with stainless steel pawl rings within it. Also serves to remove all particles down to 5 microns. A Skidmore 5-gallon chemical pot feeder. Customers can put in their rust inhibitor, make sure that the water is properly treated for the closed loose system that it is. Expansion tank with a replaceable bladder. Servicing the pump will never be a problem because there is 270 degrees of access. Everything is compact but not overly so. We've equipped Taco a suction diffuser which has straightening vanes in it, which helps redirect the flow, make sure that we get a good accurate flow reading all the time for the boiler. Raypak offers a 7-inch full-color capacitive touchscreen. It will actually respond to your touch if you have gloves on. We have a Dungs modulating gas valve. This is a fire tube heat exchanger, holds 77 gallons of water, has 8-to-1 turn down, meaning that minimum firing rate is 12.5%. You get a lot of modulation for a boiler that is only 850,000 BTU. Electromagnetic flow meter will limit boiler high fire based upon what the flow through the unit is. Minimum flow requirement for full fire on this particular unit is 22 GPM. If this is turned down below 22 gallons per minute, the flow sensor will sense that and it will limit the high firing rate of the boiler so we don't exceed the maximum temperature differential across the heat exchanger, which is 80 degrees. On this particular boiler is Raypak's outdoor vent termination kit. It comes with polypropylene centrotherm venting material, adapter piece, two 36-inch lengths, T termination, which we don't have mounted for shipping purposes. Built into this is a flue temperature sensor. When you start the boiler up, you have to program the flue material, and it will limit the boiler based on what the flue material selected is. Obviously, certain non-metallic venting materials like PVC or CPVC have lower temperature thresholds than metallic venting or polypropylene, which we have here. We're constantly monitoring the flue temperature through the Versa IC controller. It has logic within it to limit the high fire of the boiler should we start exceeding the temperature ratings of the selected flue material. We have a TACO suction diffuser as well as a TACO triple duty valve providing isolation, balancing, and check valve capabilities. We work off of a 3D CAD model. There's always design build factor within our production. If something makes more sense or it'd be more efficient to move placement of any of the components, we have full flexibility. We get the SKID platform powder coated. We lay everything out one component at a time, counterbore each hole, and then press the rivet nut into each hole. Basically, you never have to get a wrench on the other side to remove any of the equipment. It's all pressed into place so the threads are there, and you just unbolt it if you ever need to replace a piece of equipment. It'll all just pop right off. Allocating enough space to service each piece of equipment, making it as compact as possible. Obviously trying to pass on cost savings to the customer, using as little pipe and fittings as possible to try to keep costs down. We take a lot of pride in making sure all the piping is perfectly level and plumb. Our finishes, the coatings that we do in-house, the hammer tone, powder coat, our strut frames, all of our cut ends get deburred and clear coated because the cut ends will rust if you don't put some kind of coating on them. This is powder coated and the boiler is powder coated. All of the main components, the air dirt separator, suction diffuser, pump, and expansion tank have been coated in-house with Sherwin-Williams Pro Industrial DTM acrylic, which is used because of its superior resistance to corrosion and high adhesion. We've had these things on roofs for 2-3 years and they look pretty much brand new. We deliver it on our 16-foot stake bed truck. We'll load it up, strap it down, drive it to the job site. Lifting lugs are good for 6,000 pounds each in terms of shear strength. With 6 of them, this package weighing just under 5,000 pounds, rigging safety.